Assalamualaikum and hi. We are from group 7 and our group has 11 group members and our topic is sustainable and responsible investment in Malaysia, which is SRI, and guidelines on regulation of market, which is equity crowdfunding.
Assalamualaikum. I would like to present the introduction about sustainable and responsible investment. First, the guidelines on sustainable and responsible investment. Funds guidelines are issued by the SC pursuant to Section 377 of the Capital Markets and Services Act 2007. Second, these guidelines are based on and reflects international best practice and are not intended to define or establish a standard for SRI products. To satisfy client sustainability expectation, insurers and fund managers are encouraged to step up to date on global developments and implement incorporates international best practice.
Next, importance of SRI in Malaysia. Firstly is risk management. Responsible investment helps in risk management by considering factors such as climate change, human rights, and good governance. This helps investors avoid risks related to those issues that may affect investment performance in the long term. The second is future prosperity. By emphasizing sustainable investment, Malaysia strives to ensure that the resources and opportunities available today will be enjoyed by future generations, reducing negative impact on the environment and society. The third is improved reputation and competitiveness. Companies that practice sustainable and responsible practice often gain a good reputation and improve their competitiveness in the market. This can attract more investors who appreciate those values. Next, compliance with global standards. Malaysia, as a member of the global community, has to comply with sustainable investment standards set by various international bodies. This helps ensure Malaysia's integration into the global market and increase the confidence of international investors. Lastly, financial balance and social well-being. Sustainable investment promotes stable economic growth while preserving social and environmental well-being. This helps ensure that economic development does not damage natural resources or cause social imbalances.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today I would like to talk about the impact and challenge in sustainable and responsible investment, which is short term as SRI. Okay, so point number 1 is positive social and environmental outcomes. Okay, so positive social and environmental outcome is encourage investment in renewable energy, green technology and social project. Okay, so it can be promotes corporate social responsibility (CSR) and ethical business practice. Point number 2 is enhanced corporate government. Okay, so enhanced corporate government is companies with strong SRI principles tend to have better governance and transparency. Okay, so lead to improved risk management and long-term sustainability of businesses. Okay, so point number 3 is about investor appeal and market growth. Okay, investor appeal and market growth is about growing demand for ethical investment, attracting a new generations of socially conscious investor and expansions of SRI funds and product in the financial markets.
On challenges in implementing SRI, we have 3 challenges, which is lack of standardization, limited data and transparency, and perceived trade-off. On lack of standardization, we can see inconsistent criteria and lack of universally accepted division for SRI. We also can difficulty in comparing and measuring SRI performance across different companies and sectors. On limited data and transparency, inadequate reporting and disclosure on environmental, social, and government, which is ESG factor by companies, and challenges in assessing the actual impact of SRI due to the lack of reliable data. And last, on perceived trade-off, we can see that concern that prioritizing SRI may lead to lower financial return and can balancing profitability with social and environmental goals can be complex.
So I will continue to overcoming SRI challenge. Improve regulatory frameworks. Need a stronger regulation and guidelines to ensure standardization and transparency in SRI practice. Development of international benchmark and rating for SRI performance. Next, enhance reporting and metric. Encouraging companies adopt standardized reporting frameworks to ESG, leveraging technology and data analytics to improve the accuracy and availability of SRI data. And last, investor education and engagement. Raising awareness about the benefit of SRI among investors and financial institutions. Promotion investment strategy, one that integrate sustainability and profitability.
Equity crowdfunding ECF is regulated by the Security Commission Malaysia SC under the Capital Market and Service Act CMSA. ECF is a good investment in Malaysia, and companies seeking to raise funds through ECF must utilize platform licensed by the SC, which is recognized market operator who can raise funds. Only private companies incorporated in Malaysia and limited liability partnership can raise funds through ECF platform.
This is the guideline on regulation of market, equity crowdfunding. Investor contingent. There are three categories of investors who invest, known as a public investor. First is retail investor. Retail investor is individuals who do not qualify as certificated investors. Next is angel individual who need specific financial, such as an individual that has earned asset exceeding RM 3 million or an annual income of at least 118,000. Third is certificated. Certificated is high-net individual or entities as defined under the CMSA. ECF also has a financing limit. An insurer can raise up to RM 10 million through ECF, including its contribution of fundraising through private placement. In investor protection, investors have 6 days to withdraw their investment. If they wish to cancel, they must notify the insurer of any changes. Investor needs to issue documents or information detailing the company, risk, and the purpose of financing. Investors also have the right to receive reports and recover the result of the investment in certain situations.
This is the example of licensed ECF platform in Malaysia. First, ATA Plus Sdn Bhd, Kordo Malaysia Sdn Bhd, MyStart Sdn Bhd, PHIN, and Funnel Technology Sdn Bhd. The Securities Commission Malaysia, which is SCM regulatory framework for equity crowdfunding in Malaysia, aims to balance the facilitation of capital raising for businesses with the protection of investors. As the ECF landscape continues to evolve, these guidelines will likely adapt to accommodate new market dynamics and investor needs.
Hi, today I would like to talk about synergy between sustainable responsible investment and equity crowdfunding. ECF, which is equity crowdfunding, provide an opportunity for companies and investors to communicate directly. This can indirectly strengthen the relationship between the two parties. Therefore, the company that use SRI can discuss with investors about the sustainable initiative and the benefits of their investment directly to positive impact investor. Other than that, the principle of SRI investor to invest in company that combine financial consideration with environmental, social and governance, which is ESG factor. Therefore, as a provider of fund or capital to the community, especially to small and medium enterprise, which is SME, and start-up companies, ECF can attract investors from SRI-focused company that seek investment opportunity that are in line with the company goals.
As companies inclined to SRI can obtain capital resources by using ECF to increase the numbers of companies that incorporate ESG principles in their operation. ECF has drafted a strong regulation to ensure transparency and reduce the risk of fraud to investors. Therefore, the right and the interest of investors in SRI can be well protected. By combining SRI principle with the accessibility and community-driven nature of ECF, more companies in Malaysia can integrate ESG factor into their operation, aligning financial performance with sustainable development goals while providing investors with opportunities to support businesses that match their value.
Now, I will present about conclusion. Sustainable and responsible investment SRI and equity crowdfunding ECF are two components important in the increasingly modern global economic system to support the development of a more sustainable, inclusive, fair and ethical global economy. SRI and ECF have combined various elements such as environmental, social and governance ESG in the process of making an investment. This can help investors to identify every risk that may be faced in the financial system. In summary, sustainable and responsible investment SRI and equity crowdfunding ECF not only play an important role in creating a responsible investment ecosystem, but they also ensure the achievement of global social and sustainability goals.